Yeah.
Like fucking, what was it? Like they were going on about like just like there's like giants that live underground. Like that's an alien race, and like, dude, like half the alien races this thing went on about was fucking like these guys that like live underground, and like there's like 70 fucking different types of like fucking reptiles that like are all
What?
branched off each other, and like one is like
It's
this group of like basically just like humans that are like actually Nazis, but they like bred with aliens. They're technically aliens now, and like
what in the hell?
yeah, shit
Well,
like that.
dude, my win odds is 6%.
It's pretty good odds though.
Yeah. I'm gonna get my broadcast started here. Just a second. Which should? Are you already on?
Yep.
Okay. What should I name this one? Let's do Mortal Kombat XL.
Alien.
Mortal Kombat XL.
Yeah, I named mine Mortal Kombat X versus Mike, episode 3. Mike's alien conspiracy theories.
Excellent. Alien.
Dude, it's gonna throw you out. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, it's
What's
not
that?
gonna let you dick around like that, though, forever. Like, it just threw you into the match. Like,
Oh, are you serious?
you're Sub-Zero now. Like,
Okay. Just whoop my ass. I'm still typing. I'll come back in.
Round
Or
one.
will it be a draw?
huh?
You choose my fate right now.
It for sure won't be a draw, so...
Alien conspiracy talk with. What's your channel name now? Are you going with that one, or are you gonna?
Nope, that's what I'm going with.
Fahrenheight's Paradise.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put with Matt though, just to make it easier. I feel like I should put your channel. I might change it later, but I'm just gonna put Matt right now so I can actually get in the game.
No, they're watching you
Okay.
get your ass kicked while you're doing just nothing, so...
Hey, that's entertainment right there.
Right. We do have
Probably
one
not gonna
viewer
be
just
much
watching
better.
you get your fucking ass whooped, because you
Even
just
with
have
me-
decided not to do nothing.
Even with me playing, it's probably not going to be much prettier. No, it'll be a little better. Okay, Mortal Kombat XL. Okay, excellent. Oh, good. So, Matt just killed me with the alien.
Yep.
And that's hilarious that you chose the alien. I actually really enjoy that.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was gonna go with, because, like, the whole, like, fucking theme of the thing.
I think we should go alien versus alien.
Alien
like-
versus alien. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
It was a good match.
So there's like,
That was fair fought.
oh yeah, that was just a great match. You just
Go
appearing
down in the
to my
annals of fucking history, I think.
death. Yeah.
Might be on
Yeah.
Evo pretty soon.
Alien.
So, let's see. Okay, alien and alien. So yeah. So that
Alien.
I was watching the that YouTube video, and they're like discussing like a ton of different aliens. I think you checked one out too, didn't?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. There's like 82 different species of aliens from the book. They kept
And then-
referencing this book that like Russia has.
No one knows about, right?
Yeah.
So like, I think like I was saying earlier, like I definitely believe that there's something, but to be like that bold and be like, oh, there's like a shit ton. of different alien species and just like listing off where they live, how long they live. Like I think that's fucking ridiculous. Like,
dude, yeah, like some of them, they had like a history of them. Like they were like, these guys went to war at like such and such time and kicked them off the planet in 1943 after 200 years of them inhabiting the planet. And like weird shit like that. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
dude, and that's so. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna do a pause real quick. No, I can't. I can't. Never mind.
yeah, you have to wait till you get up, then you can pause.
Okay. No, it's and like so like I believe a lot in science and shit too. So it's like, who did the science research like on this? Like, you know what I mean? Like to know, like to have all these studies on this, like I don't get where they're coming from with it. Like, so like I've read a lot and watched a lot of videos like on the Greys, and like that seems like the most common one that pops up.
I was gonna say,
okay.
I've heard of the reptilians and I've heard of the Greys, like, yeah, as like a thing.
And like the
oh no,
so like some people say they're like fallen angels. That's a pretty common topic on them, but then people that have been like supposed abductees are like, well, they didn't seem sinister, and then some people are like, well, they're just trying to trick you into stealing your soul, but they're doing science experiments on them, and like
oh,
you know,
gotcha.
from supposed, you know, abductees, and it's like there's so many different variables like with that, because some people are like, oh well, I'm gonna rematch this one.
Okay.
Then I'll change after this.
Yeah, you're fine.
But there's so many different routes you could go, because if you're super religious, people, they'll be like, no, they just don't exist. And I personally think that's naive, like, because all the planets in the world, like, there's not like an organism at least, like a worm somewhere, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And all these topics on it, dude. It's like I don't know. Like I was saying earlier, like if even like 0.5% out of 100 are true, like it's still some truth somewhere. Like, but we just will never know which ones are real or not. You know?
Right. Nah.
You are kicking my ass. I really suck with the alien.
Yeah, the
See, if I was a gray,
I'm
I could
not
at least.
very good with the alien either.
If I was a gray right now, I could at least like telepathically like blow your head up.
Oh yeah? Is that what the Greys do? What tell me about the
That'd be
Greys, then. You know a bunch about the Greys.
Dude, so okay, I watched another video just purely on the Greys. I'm being a douche now. Purely on the Greys, right? Ooh, good hit. And so like there's always like a leader, right? There's like 3 or 4 of them that come out. They're abducting, like, okay, so I'll just start the story off from the beginning. They pick up a hitchhiker. They're in a band. It's a music group, right? They're all like in their early 20s. You know, they're playing at bars and running around. They pick up a hitchhiker, like it wasn't that big of a deal. They're like, hey man, you wanna ride? And he's like, yeah. They get, they're on this like dark back road, right? Ooh. And I finally got a kill. They're on a dark back road. They're heading down there. They have this hitchhiker, and they get there, and they get stopped by a spaceship, right?
Yeah.
Like a typical UFO.
Yeah, just like a typical one, you know.
like
just
the
hanging
style,
around,
like,
you know, yeah.
If for people like that, you know, like follow up on it, like it's like the typical saucer, you know, the white light, and it comes down on the road, and they go. The guy's like, who's driving's like, just freezes, right? He's like, okay, let's try to back up or just not move and see what happens, right? And he goes, Oh my god, okay.
Brutality on you.
Dude, you just brutalized my body. I'm changing characters.
Yeah, just
Okay, so they're all freaking out and they're like, "Shut up, just be quiet." And the guy puts it in reverse, and he's trying to, you know, get away, right?
Right.
He's going back, starting to go back, and then they're like, "What are you doing? Why are you going towards it?" And he's like, and this is multiple people in the vehicle, so it's kind of weird. Like, that's a pretty big abduction. And he's like, "No, it's like pulling us in towards it." So it pulls the car up within like, the guy said it was like within 20 feet
20 feet
of this craft, right?
Jesus.
So they're within 20 feet of the craft. They're freaking out, and then they're all standing still, right? They're like these little, the grays. There's 4 of them. They come out like a little, like kind of like a stairwell kind of comes out, and they just all kind of come out, and they're knocking on like the back of the van where like the crew, you know, the music groups, most of them are in the back. And they're all trying to like duck behind the steering wheel, and like they're like, don't you know, don't open it, don't open it. The hitchhiker fucking opens it, right? And they're like, what in the hell are you doing? And so he opens it, and they're talking to them telepathically, and they froze them. Well, what in the hell was that?
That was me aiming at you. I missed him.
You were beating my ass.
I'm better with the Predator than I am with the Alien.
Okay, so hitchhiker opens it. They're talking to them telepathically. They just hear voices like in their head, like, you know, being like, "Hey, we know you were thinking about aggressive thoughts. That's why I froze you guys. Like, they can't move."
Oh,
and they
shit.
go, "If you're peaceful, I'll give you your freedom back, basically. Like, you can move again." And the guy's like, "Okay," like in his mind, is saying that.
Right.
So the alien's like, "Okay," lets them, you know, kind of like unfreezes them, like it was like kind of like time stopped, but the aliens were still moving around. So one climbs up in the back, and they're like 3 feet tall, the Greys, like supposedly. And he climbs up in the back and trips over like a guitar, right? And the guitar falls down, and the alien's like freaking out, and he goes, "Whose is this?" And one of the guys points to like the guitar guy. Talk to this thing, great, thanks.
Right.
So, points to him, he goes, "Okay, cool, like, yeah, that's mine." And it's like, "Well, did I damage it at all? Is it okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, it's fine, like, you know, like, just leave us alone." Like, he goes, "I'm sorry, but we have to run some tests on you guys. If you would peacefully file in a line and come to our craft, it won't be very long, and we'll set you guys free." Where's Predator at? And not really set you free, but like you can go carry on with your business.
Right.
So he's like, "Okay, that's cool. Like, let's just get this over with." So they file in, and the alien says, "Don't look around when we get in there. Only look straight in front of you." And like the guy telling the story said, as they were entering, he started looking to the side, and all of them just stopped. Like they couldn't move again. And then he would look straight, and they would start moving. Like they didn't want him to see certain things.
That's weird shit.
So it's like,
Yeah,
they're like, okay,
visibility really helps you out there.
right. So they get in there, they tell them to take off all their clothes.
Oh
and
shit, was it getting too hot?
What's that?
Was it getting hot in there?
Yeah, so he wanted to take off all of his clothes.
Oh, okay.
So, guy takes off his, there's 4 of them, and the hitchhiker. The hitchhiker threw a fit and didn't enter in the craft, but it wasn't really a thing at the time. Oh, fuck me. Good timing.
Gotcha.
So Hitchhiker's outside talking to one of the Greys, and the other guys are inside taking off all their clothes. They let them keep their underwear on because they were like all concerned about it. The dude tries to like steal something from their ship, like a little like, think of like a drawer, like a little knob type thing. And he's like, oh, I want like a souvenir, like. And he's the whole time he said he wasn't really afraid, like he didn't feel like he was threatened in any way. They caught on to him. They said like you can't hide anything from him. Like they know your thoughts, they know like what you've done, like how you think. And so they do all these tests on him, like, which is, you know, typical abductee thing, right?
Right.
But they didn't take them into space. They're just still on the road in the ship, as far as they know, anyway.
I was gonna say, what, just
that
like
was
chilling out on the middle of the road? I don't know about that. But...
Yeah, I don't see. That's what I don't. And the hitchhiker's still out there, supposedly.
Right.
Oh my god. Now you're just being mean. I'll tell you what, if I see an alien that looks like that ever, I'm not going anywhere with it. I don't care how nice it is to me. Like,
dude, if it looks like a
come with me,
straight up xenomorph, yeah, fuck that.
Hey, I have some candy in my spaceship. No thanks. It's a hard pass for me. Like, just kill me where I stand, because I am terrified. You killing me now, alien, would be nicer than having to deal with you. So, they go through all these tests and stuff, and then the alien said, okay, you can all ask, the leader of the Greys that was there said, you can ask me, each of you can ask me one question, and it can be anything. The one guy's like, oh, why are you doing tests? And he said they're studying our ecosystem and how we work and like how our genetics are and everything. And he goes, okay. The other guy like just asked where his pants were, and then he's like, oh, here, like you can go put your clothes back on, like whatever. It's kind of a lame question, right? Like,
yeah, what the fuck?
Like, if I got a chance to ask it something, it'd be something a little more deep. And then the guy telling the story, he ended up asking like 2 questions, but oh my god, dude. He goes, so what's the true religion of the world? And the alien kind of like laughed and was like, none of them. There's no true religion in this world. And he goes, okay, like, what is? He goes, you can't just leave me with that. Like, what's the true religion then? Like, what are we here for? And then the alien just said, I've already probably said too much. And then he asked where they're from. And one of the Great Lakes, he said, they have a base in the lake. The guy telling the story said that. And the alien said, you're not going to remember any of this, though, so it doesn't really matter, like, what you asked me, so, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, you're not going to remember this. And the guy kept telling me, oh, I'll remember. And the big thing is, a lot of the abductees are saying like a lot of the Greys are telling them like that our species in general is like too aggressive. Jesus. Oh my god. I think your alien is too aggressive. I think I think that is what's too aggressive. But no, it was actually a really good story, but is that all it was? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know this guy.
Yeah, and there's
what I mean?
some weird things in that there for me. Like, some dude seriously got abducted by aliens and then asked where his, like, fucking underwear was, or really. Like,
Yeah,
I
like it
doubt
was like
it.
he threw in some like comic humor like in his story. Like that sounds more of like a book to me. Like a you know what I
Right.
mean? Like ask me anything like and I would be like the religion one. Like that's a great fucking question.
Right.
Like where's my clothes? Like seriously, you're worried about clothes after they just like cut you open and were like doing all kinds of tests on you?
Right. It's just kind of hard to believe, really. Like,
Right. So
but
yeah, the Greys are
yeah.
kind of weird that way.
But yeah. Okay. So what do you know about the Greys though? Like, that was a story about them, but like, I'm sure you've watched a bunch of shit about aliens. So like,
So like,
so what's the deal with the Greys?
so
Like, what's their deal?
there's I'll go off of what I've read about, not of what I know. That they're typically like 3-4 feet tall. Some they say they're sexless. Then some like they're always naked, but there's no sexual organs. But some say there's actually a thin suit that they wear, like it's like a nude suit, like it's like their color of their skin, kind of.
Oh, I got you.
So it's like really tight though, like spandex type thing. Oh my god. Okay, so and then some of them are tall though. They're like 6 or 7 feet tall, and I go, that's kind of weird. Like, but they're still Greys. Like they look the same, but they're taller. And they
Like
say they're like
race of them. Or?
they're like the top dogs. Like they're more like in charge of things. They're supposedly like a lot of people like will say that only if you're like really peaceful they'll reveal themselves to you. Like they'll allow you to see them.
Okay.
They can. Some say that they're interdimensional, so they can literally just walk through a wall if they want and pull you. Like they can they can pull you through your wall, like from your room or something.
Jesus.
So like you wake up, this is like the common one, you wake up and there's like 3 creatures standing in front of your bed and you're frozen, you can't move, they levitate you and shoot you out the wall into their ship.
Jesus.
They can mentally like change your biology like into being able to rematching. Okay.
I think it's gonna put us back into
Yeah.
the character selects that you picked.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they like change your, I mean, I guess they'd have to it'd basically change your biology, or they have some sort of technology that allows them to do that, you know.
Right.
But yeah, most of it's just kind of creepy. Some people say they're like sinister. Some people, like a lot of people are saying they don't mean us any harm. Like they, you know, if they could like destroy us if they wanted. If they're that technologically advanced.
Right.
Goro.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, like, and to me it's like, if I were to wake up and I was going through that scenario where like, you wake up and they're pulling you out and you're like, oh fuck, like this is happening, right? I mean, knowing like from what I've heard, why even try to fight it? Like you're not gonna be able to win. Like,
Dude, I'd be all kinds of fuck that shit though. Like if that shit happened to me, I'm like, nah, I ain't dealing with that.
dude, I would. Oh my god, it'd be just so frightening. Like I think I would like freeze up kind of. Yeah, I think I would just like freeze up. I've heard cases of people killing them. Like one guy said he's killed him with like a samurai sword that he had at his stand, and it like really pissed him off because he like straight up like murdered him. Like, and I don't really believe that though. If they can freeze your body with their mind,
right?
How are you gonna grab a sword and hack away? Like, and a gun would be more believable to me. Like, it's a lot faster. Like,
right?
It's less thinking, and if they can hear your thoughts, like. Now the reptilians, those are supposed to be like what? They're saying like they're shapeshifters, and they're usually like 6-7 feet tall, like in their natural form. And people think like Queen Elizabeth is like a lizard person, like alien, and like.
Why? Like, why is Queen Elizabeth that? Why?
I think it's like people want to say like people in power.
Okay, because yeah, I have heard a bunch of different presidents being like that kind of deal.
Yeah. And there's videos of like Bush, President Bush, like he'd be talking like in an interview, and then his eyes would like, he'd blink and there'd be like a slit, like a lizard eye, and then it'd go back to normal. But that could be edited, you know.
Right.
It's like I didn't see it live, like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to be like, oh, that's legit, like, that's the real deal.
That's too legit to quit.
Right. It makes you kind of think, and then you're like, no, people can edit things. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do.
Right.
But yeah, supposedly they're more sinister. People say that like Area 51, they can they like eat people, and like they're just trying to like conquer us. But again, if they're telepathic and can shapeshift, I'm pretty sure they could just destroy everything if they wanted, like, if they're even a thing.
Right. Yeah, the way the video I was watching, like, cause I was like, if he's gonna do this, I should watch up a little bit. Like, it was kind of the way they were explaining it was there's like so many alien races on the planet that all like are vying for like some weird like control over us, whether it be like they just want to like watch us or not, that none of them really want to like make too big of like a fuss because the other ones might take them out.
Right. Oh, what's that movie they did, like where they had like live footage of like police camera and stuff in the movie, and you could actually see like a spaceship in the video, the police footage. It was actually really neat. I can't think of the name. Maybe someone will comment us and tell us, but I honestly can't think of it for the life of me. Really good movie, and they had footage of this woman like freaking out, and she did the therapy. Like,
I know what you're fucking talking about. Yeah, this has got Mila Djokovic in it.
What's that?
It's got the fucking Resident Evil girl in it, huh?
New girl?
The Resident Evil girl?
She's like her kids are disappeared, and like they took her kids, she was saying, and
oh no.
Oh man.
God, fucking up here.
Jungjing.
There we go, that's what I wanted.
I'll think of the name, it'll pop up to me, but some of the footage was supposedly actually like live footage, and then
I think
she
it's
went to a
Encounters of the Fourth Kind.
Yeah, she did like a therapy session deal, or fuck, I can't think of the name, like where they find like memories, like you go to like memories you can't remember, like in your subconscious, And while they're doing it, she got abducted from the office in Alaska
Oh shit, man.
during it. And they're recorded, and in the recording you can hear her like freaking out, right? And this creature's like talking in a different tongue, like literally talking to him.
Oh my god.
Oh, good win. And it says someone deciphered what it said, and it's she goes like, oh, what, you know, like something about God, and it says like I am your God,
Jesus.
which is, it was like super creepy. Oh man, you're beating ass.
I'm really not, actually. We're pretty evenly matched on this one.
This one's pretty even.
I'd say I'm pretty sure you're gonna win this.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Oh,
Dude, that was a good match. For me, like, that was the best I've done.
oops. Damn it. I hit the
He
wrong
has
button
some
on that.
cheap, like, hits, though. Like, it seemed like he was pretty good.
Dude, he's got a
character.
really great bullshit combo.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep trying to work this, and... But all in all, dude, I don't know. What do you think? Like, I think the Grays are a possibility just because I keep hearing about them. Like, there's so many different things on them. Like, I think that's the most reliable one that I could imagine.
Because it's the most common.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, just like if you have all these reports on people seeing them,
Right.
supposedly, I think that statistically,
That's a hard one for me, though, because, like, yeah, you could say that, but then, like, you have a shit ton of reports of, like, Bigfoot
Weirder
sightings,
shit.
too, and, like, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And it's just, like...
No, that's a good point, and I personally think Bigfoot-wise, since you brought that up, that he has to do with some sort of extraterrestrial or spiritual like thing, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's just like a ape, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's something to him.
Right.
If he's real, I think that's like the most. I think that'd be like the most likely one to be real, though, in a weird way, like. And there's again, though, there's so many sightings, but like, what's, you know, are some people seeing bears and they're like freaking out and thinking it's Bigfoot, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I know certain areas are pretty common to like have sightings, and, you know, especially Northwest where we're from.
Right.
But then you'll hear about it in like the Louisiana, like in like the swamplands, like.
Yeah, like, all over the place, really. I mean, the Abominable Snowman's technically supposed to be, like, a Bigfoot.
Yeah,
Like, or Yetis,
and I think
you
they're
know,
all
just,
the
like, ice fucking Bigfoots.
right. I think they're all the same thing.
A bunch of big feet running around.
They're just in a different environment. That's, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I think in the bayou they call it something else, like the, you know, like the swamp.
The Snorosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
Slimy foot.
Slimy foot, yeah. But it's weird, dude. There's a lot of strange things on this world, like even just our existence alone is pretty weird.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, here we are, like, why?
Right. So you can play Mortal Kombat.
And you look at these...
games.
Yeah. You think of like the ancient alien theories, like that. A lot of that makes sense to me. Like where they, like people are like, oh, we know how they did the pyramids. They like use like sticks and walk them up, and I'm like, I don't believe that. Oh my god. Okay, never seen that one.
Well, there you go.
That was a pretty badass fatality, I gotta say. But yeah, there's just, man, that's the alien thing's just been growing and growing too. And then the Pope came out and said like, oh, there might be aliens or something, and then he took it back, like, oh, I never said that. And it's like, what? You did though, like.
Did he? The Pope said that?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
weird.
supposedly. Like, I can't really prove it, but like that's what people are saying. Like, he came out and said it. Like, there's a possibility. They quoted him, so it could have been a you know, they could have misquoted him.
Leatherface.
Right.
But and what is the Pope doing? Like, supposedly they put him in this room and he gets to like find the secret of the world. Like,
Dude, no,
that's
you know what
creepy.
the Pope is? He's just like the fucking queen. Like, he's just a figurehead for like a weird like deal.
Like a bigger picture.
Yeah,
like,
it's just a holdover from very, very old times. Because the Pope and the King used to be like the two most powerful like people. And there's a lot of instances of like popes killing kings or kings killing popes, like because their power was so fucking like equal. Because people didn't want to fuck with the Pope. Because if you got excommunicated from the church, especially back then, you were just like basically blacklisted, like from everybody.
oh,
And they could excommunicate the king and queen, like. So, you know, they didn't fuck with them too much. But on the other side, obviously, you don't want to fuck with the king or queen too much either. That's how you
Right.
get killed. Like, so there's this weird, like, power struggle for a long time. For a while, like, there's, like, a lot of hard points in history where there's, like, not a king. And the Pope's just kind of, like, there.
right. Dude, that's a good point. Like, it's just like a position of power. Like, doesn't he have his own army, like, or his own military?
He has his own country,
Military?
dude. Like,
He just runs his whole own.
yeah, the Vatican, like, it has their own laws and everything. Their own police force, their own laws, like, they're considered their own, like, country.
Man, I didn't even know that. Oh no.
Gotcha.
Oh my god. Nice timing, dude. Oh, that's a good one.
Reptile wins.
Fair enough.
Fatality.
Okay. Old Leatherface got like the facial.
Yeah, I got a facial.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, we should be doing the other one where we can vote on each other. Oh, doesn't it make the screen all weird though?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm not even sure if it works or not, like, that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think on the next one,
Devora.
on our next Mortal Kombat conspiracy theory talk, I think we should dabble into the ghost and
Ghost.
spirit.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that'd be a good one. I think maybe the beginning of October. I think
Okay.
that'd be a good time for that. I really like this guy just because he has such a cheap little thing going for him. Oh, this chick's pretty freaky.
Melina's cool, yeah.
But I don't, yeah, the whole thing though with like having like, oh, like the one I watched, there's like 115 different species and like hybrids of, you know, aliens having sex with humans and they're fallen angels. No, they're actually just different beings, or they're angels. Like in old times, I could see why people would think they were angels. They fly down on this like ship, and, you know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Every time we pass your grave.
It's kind of creepy. Like,
Fight.
oh fuck. Oh, I missed my time on that big time.
Oop. No, she doesn't overhead.
Oh god. You don't fuck around with her.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh good. That... What is her move? Let me can I check hers real quick?
Yeah, dude.
Let me see what she's got. Melina, low side, what's that one?
That's you shoot size low.
I suck at it. I can't get it. Oh.
There you go. That's high sci or regular sci.
Okay.
And it's good to know the character's
Yeah.
projectiles, especially for like Melina.
Right.
Well, like
Oh my
any
God.
projectile character, but yeah.
Oh. God, I hate that thing. Oh man.
Devora wins. Fatality.
Dude, the story on this game is actually pretty good, the story mode.
Oh yeah, no, it is. It actually really is.
Because I remember her, like, betraying that, that king guy.
Yeah, Kotalkon.
And, yeah.
Devora.
Alright, let's
Aaron
go.
Black.
Aaron Black, gunslinger.
Good old cowboy boy.
Hmm. Oh, we didn't touch on the Nordics. I don't know if you've read or seen anything on them.
Dude, I did see a little bit on the Nordics from that video I watched.
Supposedly they look like Scandinavians and they're like 6 to 8 feet tall, like right in there.
Yeah, they were saying there's like 3 races of them. They're just based on like where they're at. So like there's the Nordics and there's like the Alaskans or some shit. And, like,
dude, how would you even know? Because supposedly they look just like us. I'm sure they're supposedly they're telepathic too. Like why is everything telepathic? They have mouths too.
dude, it's
so
because
it's
it
like,
makes it creepier with bias. Because like, oh, they can tell exactly what you're doing. Like,
that makes sense.
that's why all of them can
Yeah.
turn invisible too. Like that's like a big thing that I was seeing about that was just like they're invisible. Oh, these guys are invisible. The one that like really like I was just like, oh my god, okay, you guys are dicks, because they were just like these guys turn invisible except for humans can kind of sense them, and that's why you have weird feelings of paranoia when there's nothing around.
Yeah, that could be anything though.
This is like, wow, like you're really trying to be dicks right now, because what they're just saying is like anytime you feel like somebody's watching you, it is. Like
it's them. Like that's like I don't. Yeah, that's a little far-fetched even for me. Like that's. Like yeah, that's.
Oh, I can charge that, that's right. Oh.
Oh, okay. Oh, I love how it puts the name on the bullet.
Yeah, that's a long fucking out that one.
Yeah, that whole thing, like, oh, that seems more like a spiritual thing, like, there's, like, ghostly thing, too. Like, I think they just tried to make it creepy, like you said.
Right, it's just kind of weird, like, some of that shit is just like, okay.
Right. Like, now we're just getting into some, yeah. Like, took my brain and heart and smashed it. It's pretty rugged. I do love how gruesome they continually get, like, pretty impressive. Go. Select any file. Can I turn my volume down on the game itself? Like the.
Yeah, I think you just have to go into options.
Do I have to exit out?
I don't know, honestly.
I'll go random. It seems really loud.
That game itself. Mine's not, so
Yeah.
yeah, there's for sure a way to turn it down, because I probably already have turned it down.
Okay.
For my last, like way back, I guess like months ago when I was streaming Mortal Kombat for like a tiny bit there.
Turned it down a little bit.
Yeah.
I think I need to, cause yeah, like during your when we're hitting each other, I can barely hear you. Like I'm pausing. I'm gonna see if I can like do it here.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
I didn't realize
I'll have
that's
to
what was
exit out of
happening.
it. Oh.
Dude, Cassie Cage is one of my favorite fucking characters in this game.
Dude, the Swarm Queen?
No,
Or the one I am.
the one you are. Johnny Cage is like my favorite fucking Mortal Kombat character. And then like
Oh.
Cassie Cage.
See, Scorpion's mine, but I still am not good with him. I'm trying different. Oh my god, that's a good one. Ooh. Hammered me to death, okay.
Round 2, fight.
Come on, Brawler. Oh, okay. Oh my god. I don't think I can best you on this game. I might get like 1 win out of 100 matches, I think is my best scenario. The 6% win is a fair, that's a fair thing. They're pretty accurate.
Pretty accurate.
Oh my gosh. Oh good, good.
Devora wins. Fatality.
Yes, that was a cool. Dude, she has some good ones.
Yeah, she
All right,
does.
all right. Show me your cheapest combo with a character. I'm curious to see.
Oh my god.
Like
Okay.
you're like I can't. I would be like just frustrated beyond belief because like I just won't be able to do anything. I'm gonna try. I don't care. I'm just gonna go random actually, because I have a bad feeling about this. I'm just curious, like.
This is not even a combo. I'll show you some cheap shit here, though.
Okay. That's what I need, so I can actually play competitive online. So I can just
Oh my
attempt.
god. You just want me to show you cheap shit so you can be a dick online? Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go. This is a douchebag one.
Okay.
I should have killed you.
This won't work against, like, good players, but...
Oh my god. I'm trying to get through it. Oh my god. I got... Oh! Just drown me to finish. I didn't even touch you, dude.
Round 2. Fight.
I asked for it though. There we go. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, this guy is super cheap.
Yup. Dude, he's the boss of the game. And like,
Yeah.
this shit here, I'm not even doing it right. I used to have the timing down perfectly, so you couldn't, like, block.
Like
You just would
Like,
get
I'm
knocked
slowly-
down, and then get knocked down, and then get knocked down.
I'm slowly closing the gap. Now I have at least can touch you. Dude, that is ridiculous. Yeah. I give it to you that.
But
Death to all.
Your hands alone scared me to death. God. Fucking miserable. I'm gonna quit the main menu and adjust my settings.
yeah, no worries. Actually, you
once-
probably need to be hopping off here pretty soon. Okay,
Yeah.
work at fucking 6 in the morning, so...
I'm actually, yeah, I think I'm at that point of after like 20 losses. Which is fine. I'm just gonna hop off too, actually. I'm pretty beat after fucking with my Wi-Fi. But yeah, no, dude, I'm down to do like a ghost one next time.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay. Sounds good, brother. Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Alright, man. Yeah, talk to you tomorrow.
Alright, love you, bro.
Love you too. Bye.